Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I wanted to share some really exciting news with you guys today that I just came across. So I was in the office doing a little bit of work and came across an article from Auto Week magazine announcing that Meyers Manx is going to be making a modern EV version of my friend, the fiberglass dune buggy. Now, I kind of saw the writing on the wall for this back when the company traded hands just prior to Bruce's passing last year. So the people involved with the new Meyers Manx company, the main name that popped up to me as an exciting head of the whole thing is a designer by the name of Freeman Thomas. Now, I'm a massive fan of Freeman and his approach to things. His whole retro futurism vibe of everything that he's touched is something that, well, it's worked really good for me. In fact, being a hardcore Volkswagen guy throughout my whole life, I was always into the air-cooled stuff. It was all about grease and oil and that fleam of the tweeter pipes and all of that sort of thing. But in '94, when I saw the Concept 1 design, there was something about it that really kind of pulled at me. In fact, I followed that whole project along until the new Beetle was released in 1998, and my wife and I were the first ones in line to get a new Beetle at a local dealership here. I mean, literally, we bought the first Volkswagen new Beetle that was sold in Southern California and drove it out there on the street. Now, this was a guy that would never walk into a new car dealership and buy a new car. It was not my thing, especially at the time. But there was something about the new Beetle and the way that it was done that kept the soul of the original one, but yet put it into a modern package. So the moment I saw that Freeman was involved with the revamp of the Meyers Manx, I'm all in. He does beautiful work. He understands the design. He understands the passion. He understands what the Meyers Manx was all about, just like he understood what the Volkswagen was all about. Now, granted, with the new Beetle, when that came out, no, they couldn't make it air-cooled. They couldn't make it rear-engine. They couldn't do the things that made the original Beetle what it was. But they did manufacture a car that was a massive hit in the automotive world. And in fact, it changed the trajectory of automotive design in a really major way at the time. I mean, it brought about all sorts of revamps of previous cars. You had the PT Cruiser, which was kind of a 40s era version of a car, but brought into the modern day. You had the Mustang come back out with a car that was very evocative of the original Mustang design. Mopar got into it with the Chargers and Challengers and things like that. I mean, it was groundbreaking. It really was. And to see his work now applied to the iconic Meyers Manx is really going to be awesome. And then obviously to see them go EV just makes sense. We've got automakers, we've got a government, everybody's focusing on having everything be EV by 2025 as far as new construction vehicles and that sort of thing. There's regulations out here in California now on having two-stroke dirt bikes and things like that. I mean, we're really moving quickly towards an EV-focused automotive scene, like it or not. Now, I think there's always going to be people that are into these old things and are loving the air-cooled engine. I, for one, I mean, I'm not going to get rid of all of these things and just go EV when that car comes out. But hell yeah, I'll sell one of these and make room for an EV Meyers Manx. Bring it on. So in the article, it talks about a variety of different things, and I'm not going to go into all those details. I want to urge you to go check out the Auto Week article yourself and read the details and to follow along with this whole project. Not only is Freeman behind it, so I know it's going to have that Meyers flair and that soul of what the dune buggy is all about, but there's also more backing behind it as well, as far as the battery packs that I guess they're going to be using on these cars. The investors behind the whole Meyers Manx movement are also investors in a company that's doing stuff that is groundbreaking in the EV world, developing some batteries that have different coatings on them and stuff that will increase longevity and keep them from falling apart or burning and so on and so forth. So, I mean, there's a lot of fresh heads, fresh minds, new technology, and it's all being focused through the channel of somebody that really understands the stoke and the fun and the design of the Meyers Manx and what Bruce was all about with that. So I don't know. I'm so hopeful that it's a massive win for them. I'm super excited to see what comes from it. I'm definitely going to be following along with the whole process. And if there's an opportunity to be first in line to get one of these things when they come back out, I'm going to approach that and see if it's possible. So in any case, look it up, EV Meyers Manx. Undoubtedly, there's going to be a lot of news on these over the creation of this. They're just doing design work and things like that. Now, I think they're talking about having working prototypes maybe within the next year, and then obviously getting into production and sales and so on and so forth. So this is the future. This isn't something that's happening right this second. You can't go lay your money down for an EV Meyers Manx and pick it up before fall, but there's something fun to look forward to in the future. So in any case, Meyers Manx EV, watch for it, and thanks for watching my little show. All right, bye-bye.